everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 beta video. If you guys were unaware, the Madden 21 beta is live right now up until basically Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you check your emails. You might have a code in there. If you were unaware, codes went out about 8 p.m. Eastern Time last night, and we gave out a bunch of them. Shout outs to everybody that came through the Twitch channel last night. EA gave me 40 codes to give away. The majority of them are gone. Again, shout outs to everybody that came through the Twitch stream. Congratulations to anybody that may have won one of my giveaways or just a giveaway from the community in general. I have a couple more left. I want you guys to know that we do have 3 more Xbox codes, as you can see on your screen here. Go retweet that tweet right there. There's my Twitter name on your screen. Go follow me on there as well. Got 3 more Xbox codes to give away. I didn't get to play the beta a ton, but we're going to give you guys my first impressions here. Because I was giving away the codes all night last night, didn't have enough time to play as much as I wanted to, but we got about 3 online games in, and here are some of just the things that I quickly jotted down while playing it. During the gameplay stream that Clint and Kralo did a couple weeks ago, they talked about throwing out of sacks and breaking sacks to get the ball off. I wasn't a fan of it when I first read about it, and I still don't know if I'm going to be, because I said then, and I say it again, there could be situations where somehow the quarterback's going to throw out of, a sack animation 50 yards downfield off his back foot, and then the receiver's going to ag catch it on 4 defenders, and I'm still fearful that could happen. But there were 2 or 3 times where, either myself or my opponent, QB pressure was coming, and, plays where you send 7 at somebody and you just can't escape it at all. There were plays where the ball just kind of, the quarterback got it out of his hand. You saw kind of a tackle animation, but it wasn't like an automatic L. There are situations where you are going to be able to throw out of sacks, and the animations actually look kind of cool, and it makes it look realistic. I'm not going to lie. So that feature, I'm still not 100% with it, but what I experienced in the gameplay wasn't bad. On defense, so I'm going to try to describe this because, of course, with these betas, we can't show any gameplay footage. We can't do any type of screenshots. We can only talk about it. But for those of you that have played it already, you might know what I'm talking about. There's kind of a zone help feature when you're usering, and we'll talk about usering in a moment. So say you're usering a middle linebacker and you change his assignment to a deep blue zone. The deep blue zone play art stays on the field after the ball is snapped while you're user controlling that player, and it kind of gives you, help on where you're supposed to be covering, but it tells you during the play as well. It was a little distracting the first time. I don't know how helpful it'll be. I don't know if you can turn it off or on. I haven't looked that deep into it, but it was definitely a new addition, something that we've never seen before. Thought it was very, very interesting. Now, speaking of usering, you've probably seen this from other creators and experienced it yourself if you played it. Usering is dirt slow right now. I don't know if it's because we're so used to, Madden 20 endgame speeds, especially in Ultimate Team, but, usering middle linebackers, even safeties, it just feels like it's very laggy, like you're a couple steps behind the offense. And if it stays this way, it's going to be incredibly hard to get a lot of lurk interceptions. I'm not saying you can't get any user picks at all, but the momentum, the snail-like pace, I'm not a fan of it. I really think usering on defense takes a lot of skill. Now, could it be a little, nerfed? Yes. Sometimes it's a little too much, but I don't like the way it is right now. I also wonder, this sounds crazy to say, but is this going to cause a new meta on defense early on? Are people who are good enough to user a linebacker and user lurk really going to be pass rushing and user rushing on the D-line with those new features that they added? I haven't tried them yet. I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. We may give it a test. I plan on playing a lot more tonight to give you guys more videos like this, to talk about some things specifically, but more experience type videos. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Very, very interesting. So one thing that I do a lot to avoid getting hit, like fumbling, right, is I give myself up. I commit to the ground. And in the past, I've always used on PlayStation L2, R2, and square. you press those all at the same time, you lay down. So my very first game, I quickly found out that that doesn't work anymore because they changed the ball carrier controls, and one of the controls they changed is the ability to celebrate right now. When you want to celebrate in the end zone, all you do is press L2. You hold down L2, press it, hold it down, you start celebrating. So when I hit L2, R2, and square, my player started celebrating. And instead of laying down or committing or giving himself up, I got tackled and fumbled. So that was a quick L. The new way to give yourself up now is either double tapping square if you're on PlayStation or double tapping X on Xbox. So that's how you do it. If you're a little confused or can't figure out how to do it, double tap X or square depending on your console. Celebrations, they've added some kind of cool features here. This, I don't think I care about it a lot, but I still think it's pretty cool. So the last, 2 years after you score a touchdown, you have different types of celebration. You push the right analog stick up, left, down, right. It gives you a different type of animation for a celebration. This year, they have that, right? But now they give you opportunities, and it doesn't happen every time, but if you convert a big first down, like maybe it's 3rd and 11 and you convert it, they have celebration animations that you get to choose from for that. They also have them after sacks, so when you sack the QB, and also interceptions. I got a user pick in one of my games last night, and it allowed me to choose my celebration after that pick. I think that stuff will get old really fast, but I do kind of like the customization. I love the feel. Also with, the whole look of things, they did change the scoreboard. I know that's something that a lot of people love, and EA got grief for not changing it for a couple years. They finally changed it last year, and now we got back-to-back years with a brand new scoreboard, so that's pretty cool. One thing specifically with Patrick Mahomes, I've used every team. Not online, but just at some point I've used every team. If you didn't know, the teams on the beta are the Falcons, the Bucks, the Falcons uniforms are really nice, by the way. Falcons, Bucks, Ravens, Chiefs. One thing I noticed with Patrick Mahomes is taking the ball out of shotgun snaps. He has this weird little hitch right after he receives the ball from the snap that, I don't know, it just feels unnatural as a video game, but I think it's to mimic what he does in real life. I don't know if anybody else noticed it, if it was just me. I did it with all the other quarterbacks, Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson. Didn't notice anything weird with them. So maybe it's just something, authentic with Mahomes. But I could kind of see it being a pain point if you're getting, 7 sent at you and it's a crazy blitz. That half a second to do that little animation, though it's realistic, it could be annoying, later on in the year. Some controller changes. Now, I haven't been able to, toy with everything, so I may leave some things out. But one thing that I noticed is with the R1 button, in past years, you had to press a combination of buttons to do like a QB contain or a contain blitz, if you will, or, the option defense if you wanted to focus on the quarterback or the running back if you knew your opponent was running an option. There was a combination of buttons you had to press, and without the controller in my hand right now, I can't think of what they were specifically, but now on PlayStation, you hit R1 one time and that menu comes up. So R1 and then R1 is QB contain. I think it's R1 and square is like focus on the quarterback, and R1 and X is quarterback, R1 and square is running back, one or the other. But the R1 button on Xbox, I'm guessing that's the right bumper, I think it's called. It gives you different options, and then the L, the left bumper, L1 button, that combined with different number buttons on your D-pad give you some other type of adjustments for pass coverage. So you might want to take a look at that next time you play. I'm going to experiment more with that tonight. That and kind of the new feature, the zone feature, where you get to set your guys playing at certain zone levels. I want to toy around with that stuff tonight. I got Ag Catch a couple times by Gronk. It seems like that could still be a thing this year. I'm just going to leave it up to Gronk being Gronk at this point, but that made me sad when it happened. The skill stick, that's something I didn't really fool around with a lot. I still find myself using the classic jukes, the circle for spin, the analog stick to juke left or right. I didn't try to chain together anything. So again, I'm going to have more time to play tonight. I really want to try to focus on using the skill stick and just overall seeing if I can chain some moves together. One move that I accidentally did, and again, I can't show you guys, I'll try to explain, but it was kind of like a half a spin and then my player pivoted and then he spun the opposite direction. It almost is like a basketball spin move, but it was pretty cool. And I feel like if you can find the right combinations of juke moves, it could make for some highlight reels. So I'm excited to try out the skill stick and see if it actually, brings out a lot of skill. It gives us a skill gap. Last thing I want to talk about is one of the new abilities called Film Study. You're going to hear about this one a lot, and it's very interesting, and I want to hear your thoughts about it down below in the comment section. Earl Thomas comes with this ability. Now, when Mutt comes out, it'll be a whole different ball game. This could be an ability that's not even unlocked for a while, but what Film Study does is it shows the offensive play art. So if you have Film Study activated or enabled on one of your players on defense, if your opponent continues to run the same play over and over, eventually you'll be able to see his play art coming. I don't know how I feel about that one. I think it's pretty cool because it's some type of alternative to people who spam the same plays. But I also feel like if you know your opponent's running the same play, that should be up to you to stop it. You shouldn't need to see the play art, to get a hint at it. It's hard. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I dislike it. I haven't used it myself. I don't know if it's been used against me because I don't think you can be tipped off or something like that. But I think it's very interesting. I think it's EA's kind of counter to, a lot of the community complaining about people spamming the same plays over and over and over. And I'm sure competitive guys feel totally different about it. They probably hate it. They're going to tell, the majority of the community to just get better and learn how to stop things, not to be handheld, or holding hands, I guess. I don't know. So there are a lot of new X factors, but that was the one, a lot of new abilities, but that was the one I wanted to kind of mention in this video. I'm going to drop a separate video going over all of the new abilities that I've come across in the beta so far. That'll probably come out tomorrow. There's going to be more gameplay thoughts and reaction videos coming. If there's anything you guys want me to test, check out, and then make a video about it, leave it down below in the comment section. If you played the beta up until this point, let me know your experience. Do you like it? Do you not like it? How do you feel? I don't know yet. I've played 3 games. I'm not going to make a judgment off of 3 games. I'm not going to call it Madden 20.2 like I see a lot of people say on Twitter. It's not the same game, that's for sure. Do I like it or not? Time will tell. Once a meta's developed, that's where we really find out if we hate this game or not. Lots to learn, lots to explore, but I'm excited. It's officially getting Madden season. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.